auto-retrieved.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Cone Racing League's Cone Racing Championship Tier 2. This is round 12 and we are at the Hungary. So Q1 will shortly be starting. I'm once again joined by Jono.
Hello everyone.
He's decided to put up with me, continue commentating for you.
He's not too bad, but if he gets any worse, you know.
Anyway, here we go. I believe one driver is due to be late. I can't remember which driver that was though, I would quickly double check. And then Kyle, who currently can see in 15th, has a Q3 ban, but it also now has a full-time seat. Previously he was just a reserve, so that's good news for him.
And also got a car come out on track. That's a McLaren.
Yeah,
leading them out.
That is the other one. Also, just the last two races we've had rain. The drivers are celebrating the fact that there's no rain, so can confirm no rain.
So it's the little Juan who is first out on track.
And by the way, it's going to be Pimis, who is slightly late. I think someone has a race ban, actually. Am I mistaken? Might be. I don't know, but yeah, we've got Tim reserving again. The man who won at Monza in the rain, but not got rain working with him this time.
Yeah. It's going to be nice to commentate over a dry race for a change. Well, I would say for a change, but I've only done one.
I can tell you now, the qualifying is going to be good.
Yeah.
Anyway, the little one going around the last bend to start his lap. As long as no one comes out the pit lane, a very clean track ahead of him. Here we go. And we've been specifically instructed not to call turn 4 the Swallow Gum corner, despite our previous instructions. So.
Wow. Not even by accident?
Not even by accident, no. They told us a few months back, but it seems they've changed their mind. So we're just going to have to stick with calling it turn 4. The little one. Looks to be a decent lap so far.
Well, I'd be surprised if he wasn't purple. There's a yellow flag in sector 2.
I think that's just a slow Williams. Although he is on a lap, which probably means he's invalidated. Yes, he has. Is that not the racing line he's on?
Back. Slow.
I'll hop on board back, the little one. He comes across the line with a 1:14.7. Any idea if that's good or bad? Oh, who's that? Tobes into the wall there. See him losing his front wing in the last sector.
Yep, looks like he's had a bit of spin, maybe clipped the curb on exit, I want to say.
Not sure, jumped aboard of them, saw him in the grass sideways. But Tim now with the fastest lap. Jumped ahead of the little one. Who else do we have out on track then? I think. Oh no, Big Wall's also invalidated.
Kyle and Real DC. With Kyle on an outlap. He's just coming towards the end of the. Oh no, he's halfway through the second sector.
I think it's the little one's going to be the next man. I don't know if he's going for another.
I think he's going to have to box due to his fuel.
Yeah. And Jay Williams also on an in-lap. And the driver's confirmed it won't be raining at all. So Carl's going to be starting this lap soon.
Yep.
As
he comes round the last corner.
Ooh, and Daru into the wall there does probably exactly the same thing as Tobes. And that is a dodgy rejoin. Luckily for him, Real DC was on an outlap, but that doesn't necessarily mean he won't get reported. Real DC must have validated someone at the end because he's crossed the line with a red lap.
Who's this?
Real DC.
Real DC. Ah.
Not sure what the cause of that was. Which Williams is that? That's Alex about to start his lap off. So then we'll watch Big Balls come across the... No, we'll watch him go into the pit lane. Right, I want to find a driver and just watch their lap.
Well, Alex has just started, he's coming into
we'll watch his lap. I'll let you take it away.
Okay, as he goes through turn 2, 3, on the long run down now to 4. As he goes purple in the first sector. Takes a nice line through there. Using that exit curb just the right amount. Now comes through the chicane. Slightly on the sausage curb on the way in. Hugging the apex. What is the plural of apex? Is apex? Yeah, apex is an apex. Yeah, sorry. Sidetracked. He goes purple in the second sector as well.
Ooh.
Looking like a very strong lap. The question is, how can he handle the tricky penultimate corner?
Look pretty decent.
He's clear through there. All left to do now is round the last corner.
That was a good exit by him.
Much curb, and he goes second fastest.
How good was Tim's last sector then, if they were purple first and second sector? Unless, of course, the game's been broken. You can never be too sure. That is a Haas that spun. That is Kyle, and he has his front wing, despite Bullen and Hamilton accelerating into the wall.
Well, to keep your front wing on this is quite a difficult task. So, fair play to him. Just dodges the braking boards.
Doesn't want to make use of taking them out. Here we go, clean track to go on to now. Only now it is lap invalidated.
Well, he's only just now gotten back onto the track, hasn't he?
And just jumped aboard with Captain Nick to watch his lap, who immediately gets invalidated as KXI makes it a racing point 1-2 with a 1:14.2.
So far, I know we've only got 7 laps, but there is a lot bigger spread between the field so far compared to last week in the wet at Paul Ricard. With about a second and a half between Tim and Kyle. As KXI loses his back end, and so does the Ferrari, I believe that is the Ferrari of Tobes, who's damaged his front wing again. I'm not sure if that was avoiding action and he's sort of panicked, or whether that was trying to get out of the, trying to get out of the way, or he just happened on his own.
Doesn't have to wait for the racing point. Oh, the pink Mercedes is looking very good so far. Who's that there? Oh, is that another spinner? No. So this is Captain Nick now with just one corner to go. Seems unlikely we'll see an invalidation here. Where's he going to end up? 1:15.5. Just behind Kyle.
Yeah, he's not too far off him. Plenty close enough that he can have him by the end of the session when they...
And Jay Williams did the same thing as Tobes and Carl in that penultimate corner. You're going to have to keep an eye on the mini-map there. I keep accidentally stumbling onto those spins. I wonder if there's been any that I've missed.
They're probably oh no, that's a Ferrari getting out of the way. I'm seeing a yellow flag on that penultimate corner, and every time I'm thinking it's a spin. This session is really the one that you should be mastering that corner on, though. I think. Do we have any drivers on actual laps at the moment?
I'm with Goldie Noob at the moment. He is on a lap. I think Daru might be as well. Not sure if he's invalidated.
He's set a purple second sector. He survives the penultimate corner. Now, as he drops the hammer over the line, goes up to 4th.
I'm not sure I believe there's purple sectors anymore, because that's now both Alex and Golly Noob who've lost at least 4 tenths in the last sector. Actually, no, I guess more than 4 tenths. Yeah, at least it's the same thing, you idiot. Should we watch Pheasant Plucker around the last corner? 1:14.6 up to 6th position for him. That might be safe time. Godly Noob having spun.
Oh, that's an odd one. That's not the point of the corner where other people have been spinning.
No, I think he spun on the Swallow Gum corner, turn 4.
Yeah. I wouldn't be massively surprised.
I think this is Dragon about to improve his lap. Nope, he's about to go into the pit lane. So, Godly Noob almost certainly coming into the pit lane. Same with Big Bulls.
I think Pheasant might be on a lap. I'm not entirely sure though.
I think I agree with you. Nearly went for a spin though.
Nearly.
And
there's a Haas round in the second sector.
Just one Haas, the other one. Oh, he's on his outlap, so not too big of a deal for him. Big Bull's happy with his time.
Pheasant Plucker was on an in lap.
Yeah, a couple of drivers happy with their laps. Whoops.
Tobes and Clerpiar still to set lap.
Well, Clerpiar just setting up one.
Clerpiar has just set a lap. And I think
Tobes
this is Tobes rounding the last corner as well. Where does he go? He stays where he is.
Slowest time yet. See if he can improve.
He's got the time to improve. We've got just under 5 minutes left now. So he should be able to pull something out the bag.
Oh, my mistake. Carl had a full qualifying ban, not just a Q3 ban. So that's why he retired. Tobes looks like he's going around for another quicker lap. I assume he had a bad sector somewhere, so should be able to get it. Although does have Captain Nick on his tail, who I think is also on a lap. So we'll see. Only 3 drivers who can set a lap are going to be knocked out in this session. Pemis opts into... Well, he's going to turn up late. Him being in the other Haas.
So we've got Tobes and Captain Nick coming around the last corner. Can Tobes improve on his lap? Yes, he can, but not quite enough.
But Captain Nick, I think he improved.
Captain Nick is now up to 11th, so he's pulled himself out of that bottom 3 on track.
As Alex retires, happy with his lap. Jay Williams looking to improve, gets 1/10 up in the first sector, but somewhere has invalidated his lap. Interestingly, not saving his ERS. That might be a mistake, because he can easily make it to the line and get 3 more laps in, unless he wants to pit. Yeah, his invalidated lap is 4/10 up. And Tobes is into the wall again, and another front wing gone. Not having the best of luck with it.
He's lost more front wings in this session than I've commentated CRL races.
Certainly does not seem to be his best track.
No.
Interesting for the man who's 7th in the championship.
To be fair to him, I've not driven the Hungaroring for a while, but the last time I did, I will admit I struggled.
I think I drove it. Oh, lucky didn't lose a tyre there. I've seen crashes lighter that have lost one. Quite heavily catching the pit wall there. But we will hop board with
go for the full house.
So we've got Error Voice, yeah, fighting not to be too close to the drop zone. Sadistic King also just starting his lap. Now, if neither Jay Williams nor Tobes leave the pit fairly soon, they're not actually going to get a lap in.
Speed starting his lap now as well.
There we go. Jay Williams out on the track.
Yep.
I'm slightly worried that if Tobes does not leave the pit immediately, which he is leaving now, but that might be too late. He's not going to make it around to the line.
I don't know. No, I can't see him making it. He's only just out on track, and it's well, even if he goes purple, he's looking at a 1:14, as he only just arrives into the first corner on the mini map.
I think he's got to go for a 1:08 on his outlaps to get this. Just don't think it's going to happen.
Like a shortcut between the straight in the last sector and the final corner.
So Sadistic King knows he's just got one person to defend against. Comes around the last corner. Doesn't improve on this lap. He's going to try again.
He has time. It's whether he's got sort of enough ERS that he feels he can go all out. As the little one retires, happy with his lap. I think we've had a Red Bull either going slow or spinning in the first corner.
I think he was just going slow. I think it was dragging.
Yeah.
Just going for a chill drive. Yep, there we go. Tobes crossing the line, not able to improve. He will be starting in 17th position. And painfully, his outlap was 7/10 up, which would have put him in 13th position. Jay Williams invalidates his lap, so that concludes qualifying. We'll see if Sadistic King can improve.
King's still on a lap.
He's half a second down, but he doesn't need to improve. He's safe already.
No. Be nice to see if he can, though, in this last sector. As he makes it through the penultimate corner to round up as he goes in the pit lane. I think this is Jake just carrying on with his lap anyway. Yeah, just spins it over the line.
Yep, just got on board with him. Didn't see how he did that.
So I just messing around and did a spin.
Yep, we're now waiting on Error Voice. Will he save us 100 seconds? Or is he going to pull us hopes and go get some coffee? No. He's going to save us the time.
So as we have Tim, just call him Tim?
Tim.
Tim was fastest in that session, everyone. Then KXI and Dragon on speed making the top 3 for Q1.
But then, no, those knocked out. Just Joe Williams and Tobes, Carl having a qualifying ban, Pimis not yet joining us. And I think for the first time in a very long time, they were not able to secure enough reserves, so I don't think we quite have a full grid. I think we do just have 19 drivers. I believe it's one of the Mercedes missing. As we've got another has to come.
Looking at the race director tab, yeah, I believe it is just a Mercedes is missing.
Here we go then, on to Q2. If team keeps up this performance and gets another win here, they might decide to put him up to tier 1 as a reserve.
Wouldn't be a bad idea.
Depends whether they need drivers more though, to be honest. Because yeah, if you had a driver who'd be in the bottom 5 in tier 1, and actually just having them as reserve for tier 2 if there's not any space in tier 1 anyway, isn't too bad. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Welsh Maldonado is not a he, it is a she.
Ah.
So next time,
apologies
she reserves.
to Maldonado all the time I called you a bloke. I'll bear that in mind for next.
That is Tim, first man out on track again. And he's on the mediums. I ought to stick that unfitted so we can see who's using what. So we'll see if anyone else can get caught up with that last, well, the penultimate corner. I think field seemed very spread out in Q3, Q1 actually compared to normal. So there's a chance that drivers can get through on the mediums.
Well, Tim's out on the mediums. Big Balls has the mediums fitted, as well as Deru, Little Juan, Dragon on speed, Pheasant Plucker, and Godly Noob. So
about 50-50 each way, isn't it? I think the soft just holding out the majority.
Yeah, the racing point cars are split. The Williams are split. The McLarens are. So yeah. So there's a yellow insect. Oh, that's just a car going slow. It's not a spin.
Ideally, you don't want to spin there on your outlap. Not great for the tyre.
Not superb.
But to be fair, better that one than the last one, because you can actually go into the pit lane.
Unsurprisingly, Tim fastest through first sector. He's the first man on, well, to do a lap.
Whoa. Tobes has just put an exact number in the driver chat. He span 4 times on 5 laps. So I think we actually may have caught all of them.
We might have, yeah. Not great, but at least he's gotten it out of his system in qualifying. So hopefully he should be able to keep it on track during the race.
We go another 115. Oh no, it was 114 one he got before. Don't know how much slower these mediums are going to be for the majority of drivers. How about Deru? 7 tenths back. KXI, first man on the softs. And the little one, a couple tenths behind Deru. Clerpiar shortly followed behind by Sadistic King, both of them. Oh, that's a slow Tim.
It's a slow Tim. It's Tim getting out of the way.
As Real DC gets the fastest time.
I was just briefly shown a yellow flag in all 3 sectors. That was a bit concerning.
And Alex now with the fastest lap, jumping Real DC. It's Clerpiar up into 3rd position. Oh, is that a man in the grass?
That's Tim waiting. I think he's letting cars through so he doesn't impede them later in the final sector.
Yeah, Godly Noob. 1:15.4 on the mediums, 2nd quickest time yet on that time. Is that? Ooh. That was a crash on track.
That's Godly Noob out at the exit of turn 1.
Don't currently have a camera angle on that. Right, well that's him out of
I missed that as well. His lap time isn't terrible, but
it's got him in 10th for me. I don't know what you're seeing.
Yeah, it's showing him in 10th.
Yeah, his lap time wasn't bad.
His lap time wasn't too bad. His lap time would have put him 6th.
It was the 2nd quickest time on the mediums, which I think was the more important thing there.
Yeah.
But Big Balls across the line with a 1:15.4. Now him on the 2nd quickest time on the mediums.
So, based on the laps we've seen so far, the mediums, quali-wise, 7/10 if we compare the fastest laps on each set.
I'm tempted to say a whole second, judging by what drivers we're getting in the first qualifying session.
Yeah. Yeah, a second looks about right, because as if you sort of follow the times down, you've got Big Balls 2nd fastest with a 15.4, whereas Real DC 2nd fastest on the soft with a 14.4. So a second seems about right.
Of course, no one actually currently on a full first lap. A couple of people on their in laps. Now I've got a handful on their out lap. Is that? That's just a slow delivery.
That was a slow Williams getting out of the way. Just trying to see who's furthest around their out lap. I believe it's Kyle.
No, it's Error Voice. Oh, sorry, yeah, no, I'm blind. It is Kyle.
Kyle's just coming into the last sector. Can he survive the penultimate corner? Most likely.
Yes, he can. Yeah, now starting his lap.
Starting his lap.
The first braking zone. Avoiding Godly Noob's trick. Shame we didn't see what happened there. Assume he caught the outside curb. Well, actually, if he crashed into the right-hand wall, maybe he caught the inside curb. Not too sure.
It's an odd wall to hit though, because that wall's a fair way from the circuit.
I think it was the one on the right.
It looked like the outside wall from where the car was on the mini-map for me. But, yeah.
You might be right.
KXI has just gone purple through the first sector on a set of softs.
Carl purple through the middle sector. I'm tempted to not call out the purples anymore. I'm not sure I believe any of them at this point.
No.
Carl now through the final corner. Towards the line, he's going to set a time of 1:49, up into 5th position for him.
Kyle's gone purple in the second sector, and he's 4/10 quicker. So, by that maths, he is genuinely going purple. Not Kyle, KXI. Yeah, KXI. As he rounds the last corner. Yeah?
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
KXI genuinely went purple.
What can Dragon do then? 1:15.2, pretty decent on the mediums.
all the way up to 7th. There's a yellow in sector. That's just Kyle getting out of the way.
Yeah, Drew up to 5th.
That's...
It's now actually got Godly Noob in the correct place. I think it just... Oh, and that looks to be a car off.
Yeah,
that is error voice.
An Alpha Tauri.
May have been deliberate, judging by how controlled it was.
He doesn't appear to have any damage on his car. His front wing looks intact, which is normally the thing that goes. That's a Racing Point getting out of the way.
Couple of drivers going into the pit lane then. Which Williams is that? That is Daru, and that is Daru looking to improve on his time.
He takes plenty of that curve.
And he does. 5 thousandths ahead of Clerpiar.
There is quite a clear split between the soft laps and the medium laps.
Actually, I will stick it onto best instead of fitted, so we can see. Yeah, I think Error Voice just had a bit of a slow lap. Which Williams is that? That's Daru. I assume Daru's on an in-lap then.
Daru's on an in-lap.
Yeah, so we Captain Nick.
He's on his out-lap. Captain Nick. Coming through turn 4.
I think this is going to be an interesting one because I'm not used to seeing this much of a split throughout the field. I reading what the drivers have been saying, it does seem to be quite a Marmite track. Well, I'm not sure if I'm yet to see anyone who seems to be saying that I absolutely adore Hungary.
Yeah. No, it's one of those where I think it's quite the opposite. It's not quite Marmite because I've never met someone who says they flat out love it. I know Claire Williams has said that she likes it a lot, but I've never met Claire Williams.
Well, I'm not sure she's driven it.
She might have.
Maybe.
She's got access to the cars.
Get bored, go on a holiday to Hungary, drive around for a bit.
Yeah.
I think you might just train your neck for a bit first.
Yeah. Well, take one of the older cars. Less speed.
Easier to crash.
Captain Nick's gone purple in the first sector.
That's real DC happy with his lap. Oh,
and he's invalidated his lap over the chicane through the second sector. So not great for him there. Sadistic King's on his out. Little one. About to start a lap. No, Big
Pheasant
Balls
Plecker
just starts his.
Pheasant Plecker though will be the next man to start his lap.
Pheasant's on his lap, isn't he?
Sorry, but will be the first man to finish his lap.
Yeah. Clerpiar as well on a lap as he's comes to the chicane in the second sector.
There we go, 4/10 faster so far already.
Yeah.
Oh, and an invalidation.
Invalidated.
And Big Balls is off, and he's retired.
Oh. So what he's done is he's lost it on the apex
on turn
of
4.
Turn 4.
So any drivers on a lap not yet invalidated? Dragon. Actually, not long left of the session.
No.
But it does look like there's only going to be... I mean, I assume Captain Nick's going to be able to get a lap down. Though he will only have one chance, having invalidated his current one. Dragon half a second up, nearly 6/10. That would look at putting him... Come on, brain, do maths. About 6th position. And instead he opts into the pit lane. I guess he's decided he'd rather try and stick it out and hope he can get through on the mediums. Interesting choice. Yeah, Dragon retiring.
Tim's just pit, hasn't he? He's down in 9th. He may not make... he's relying on Error Voice, Little One and Pheasant not improving.
And Little One is currently improving.
And I believe Error Voice has just started his... has Error Voice either just done a lap or just started one?
I think he's just started one. Yeah, the Little One on target to beat Tim. Perhaps Dragon as well.
I believe that's a Renault off in the first sector. Or
Sadistic King. Who was I just talking about?
Little One.
Yeah, Little One jumps into 6th.
Now dropped him into 10th.
And drops Dragon out the top 10.
Is it just me or is it starting to spit at the end of this qualifying session, weather-wise? Error Voice invalidating his lap.
That concludes qualifying then, because someone else just dropped Tim. So yeah, a full top 10 of softs.
Pheasants dropped Tim out of the top 10. Surprised he didn't switch on to the softs. But I respect him for sticking with the mediums. It was worth a shot.
And Sadistic King across the line with a 140.6. Right, just waiting for a couple of drivers in the pit lane now. So we go, man, he just got himself into Q3.
At the end, I'm looking at my screen. We have very light rain.
We do. I can actually now see the rain. It's on the camera.
Shame we didn't get it before. Is oh yeah, that's it. I think the clock Error Voice sort of let us off there. A wet Q3 would be nice. I said it last week, but
not sure my opinion on that one. Right, it says start the people getting knocked out. Tim, Dragon, Error Voice, Big Balls, and Godly Noob will not be advancing. Godly Noob having got it in the wall. Who was the other driver who crashed?
Big Balls.
Big Balls. And then a couple of drivers trying to hold out on the mediums, not making it work, and Error Voice not able to get a valid lap in. Or a good valid lap in.
In the Racing Point, topping the session, with Alex in the Williams, only 2/10 behind. That's actually quite a satisfying gap. 2. Yeah, lots of twos.
Here we go, on to Q3. Hey, you got your wish. Don't know if it's going to hold like that.
The drivers are the one with the info on whether it will stay, but...
They were celebrating... They said no rain. I'm paraphrasing a bit to make it PG, but no rain.
Yeah.
They are going out in the softs though, so I guess not too wet out on track. Who have we got? Kyle...
I think they're just trying to bank a lap in.
This tells me it's going to get more wet. There's a little bit of cars going inside each other now.
That explains why we've got such a mass exodus on dry tyres.
We get a lap in quickly. Now, interestingly, Sadistic King...
leading the pack out.
It's Kyle. It's like Sadistic King just kind of... I don't want to say can't be bothered, but can't be bothered to set a lap.
He's protesting the rain. I think that's what it is.
No, here we go, out on track now. There we go, Alex. So Alex
He was probably just going to the loo, that was what it was.
Yeah, Alex hot on Carl's tail. It's going to be interesting because they're all very close together.
Yeah. They're either going to have to... Well, they will all have to back off, but... Yeah, it's about how big the gaps are come, well, this point in the lap. Next time round. It's Kyle now starting his lap, rounding the final corner. Is that a spinner? No, it's a Ferrari.
That's just a... That's a lot of slow drivers backing up to not getting each other's way.
That's a lot of slow cars. I think I think DC's a bit close there. Same with I think that's the McLaren of Fleur PR, I would want to say. In third.
That is the little one.
It's the little one.
Not sure anyone's quite too close. Oh, DC nearly losing it there. Sorry, headphone fell out and might go further from my face. DC nearly losing it there. Actually, it does look like Deroux is gained on the little one. The little one moving out the way, giving up on his lap.
Yeah. The thing with that though, the little one, he's on a lap. Surely he doesn't have to move.
Not if it's a bad lap. And by that I mean, you know, he's clearly given up on the lap. He's not trying for a lap anymore.
He's now at the back of sort of the pack that, well, everyone but Sadistic King, who decided to wait.
Here we go. Let's watch the times roll in. Kyle, Alex jumping him by over a second. What can the other Williams do?
Deroux
splits the two.
DC, despite the mistake, he must have had a stormer of a sort of end to the lap.
Captain Nick, slowest time yet. Pheasant Plucker slower yet. Club PR for sixth.
That's Deroux who's lost his back end.
It is.
Quite similar to how I think Godly Noob's accident happened. He's just sort of off the track letting everyone through.
That's yeah. So it's an interesting way of letting McLaren move through, but yeah, it did move over. Where it has Sadistic King up into fifth. For a man that hates the rain and doesn't practice, he's doing awfully good.
Yeah, not bad at all. Says another yellow in sector 2.
That is the Ferrari. Lightly a spin. Certainly taking out the 100-metre braking board. Is Carl going around for another one? Wait, it's okay. No, he didn't. He's going around for another spin. Manages to hold it though. Now into the pit lane. Alex following suit. Really using the curb there in the pit lane entry. Okay, excited. Yeah, going into pit invalidated. Real DC follows him in. That is the wrong Renault. Captain Nick made up his mind a little on the late side and loses his front wing as a result. Narrowly avoids contact. As Real DC retires from the session, that tells me the rain's only going to get heavier. Or we have a very impatient man in our hands, and DC does not seem like the most impatient driver there is.
No.
So yeah, the last of the drivers coming into the pit lane. The little one also retired. Wait, did he crash? No, he did retire. DRS disabled, yeah, rain's getting worse. The little one, yeah, he got 141.8 and he's decided to just not try and improve. There's a chance we'll end up saving 6 minutes here for the drivers. Yeah, it looks like the driver's already given out GGs, so hopefully... Oh yeah, no, someone's going out on track.
Who's this? This is
KXI. It's Captain Nick, retires. This is a bold move, Sadistic King following suit.
Well, if he can go quicker...
Hats off to him if he can go quicker, but I mean...
Yeah.
He's already got a very respectable time.
Is this where the other? Well, I say that as Alex just retires, but is this potentially where the others have gone too soon and they're maybe not?
Well, they're theoretically,
expecting
given the forecast, I don't know. I've never done a proper like percentage F1 race. Daru actually switched into the Inters, so I'm unsure if the forecast ever slightly lies to you to kind of simulate real life. I suspect we're going to see this man pull immediately into the pit lane. Actually, Claire PR now also switched onto the Inters.
Well, it'll an interesting sort of scenario.
Basically, it was just a one-shot quali. No one invalidated, interestingly. I guess the little one had a
everyone
spin
got a lap
somewhere,
in.
but everyone got a lap in, yeah. So,
And KX, is he? Yeah, KX.
I think this is a soft suck. I regret this. But at the same time, Daru leaves the pits as Clopia retires. As this pheasant plucker and
I think we're
KXI.
just waiting on Daru and Kyle. Otherwise, I think we've saved ourselves about 6 minutes.
Well, it's going to be nearer to 5 now.
Oh yeah.
Time is ticking down.
The fact that drivers have gone on to Inters makes me think that that's the order pretty much set now. Would you say it's safe to say that we've got Alex on pole then?
Fairly safe, yeah. The only reason I keep driving at this point is if it's a wet race and a wet race and you want to practice in the rain. But
it's not going to hurt to just get a couple laps in.
No drivers have yet complained about it, so.
Well, they all got changeable laps in.
Well, no, I'm saying they haven't complained about Daru not retiring. He actually appears to be going for a lap, so we'll see what he can do with him.
Back ends all over the sort of place out of that last corner. And yeah, I don't. Yep, there's his front wing.
Yep, no.
God,
do us a favour and retire, please.
Yeah.
It's hard to commentate rain qualifying.
Yeah.
We'll see what he does though. He might decide to go around for another lap, more practice. Ultimately, it's his decision and he can't be blamed for it. Although with a line like this, you may think he's trying to take his tyre out.
Yeah.
Is that?
I don't like rain. It's
Kyle's
wet and it's
gone on
soggy.
seeing. Kyle's going out to track.
Is Kyle just giving it a go? Just in case.
He may as well. But if it, I mean, I can't see either of them improving. Just watching how he's driving around on the track. The rain now much visibly heavier. Oh. Yeah, plus 24 seconds.
If Daru has got any traction on, I say he turns it off, gives it fully RS, and we just see how long he can survive. He's got 1:32 left. You know, yeah, give us like a Tokyo Drift sort of thing.
Or if it's in a party with a car, they could have gone for a bit of bumper cars, but no, into the pit lane for him. Oh.
We said, well, if into the pit wall, maybe. Almost.
Oh, actually, no, the driver was told to retire in the pit lane, so even if he wanted to, he couldn't. My bad.
Yeah.
I'll hold my hand up for that one. So, Kyle, he's not going into the pit lane. Oh, we'll see what he can do then.
This is going to be an interesting lap. Can he make it past turn 1? Because Daru couldn't.
He
On
made it
his lap,
past turn 1. But
yeah, about 3 meters past.
yeah.
He didn't get far.
Carl then.
Through
It
turn
seems unlikely
3.
he'll improve.
Through, I think that's 4. I'm not sure.
And turn 4's the left-hander. Yeah, no, second and a half down already. The little kink in sector 1 is not considered a corner.
But it is at such F1 corners, or at least counting, confuses me.
Tilkman tracks.
Well, you got Sochi, which I tell you what, it's not as bad as NASCAR. NASCAR say that Daytona has 5 corners. Which
Seem to count corner entry and exit as one.
Yeah, but to the educated man, you know, who can see, you call it a tri-oval, but you give it 5 turns.
You know, that is a fair point.
Just like to say welcome to anyone who has just tuned in. You're watching CRL,
Not
F1
NASCAR.
Tier 2, not NASCAR. Very sorry.
No,
But,
Carl into the pit lane, and hopefully the race will be underway. Oh yeah, and any drivers listening, do not ready up, especially if your name is Kyle, because you've just got a full-time seat, and that will be the third time you've done it.
If Kyle's watching this, I am a bit surprised. I'm not going to lie. You know.
Some of the drivers do watch. No, some of the drivers do watch. I mean, certainly it gives you some insight, especially if you crash out in qualifying. Well, no, okay, no. If you don't make it through to the next session, that was. But here we go. Here's our top 10. Basically, a one-lap dash. Yeah, in the rain. Alex got there first, did it best. Oh, that's fair. Every driver got their first lap validated. So.
The little one slightly off the pace as he made a mistake on his lap, ever so slightly. But yeah, I think we're all set for an interesting race.
I think something the grid order's a bit messed up with Dragon and Tim down in 11th and 12th. So they're going to charge their way up. A couple seasons back, Jack, I can't remember his head, it's Jack DNF is now his name. He managed to gain 10 places in one lap around this track.
That is impressive given that this track is not known for overtaking.
I think a lot of it came from taking full advantage of an incident. We'll see how this one goes. I'd suspect a few safety cars along the road here. Seems unlikely this will be a full green race. I guess we'll just have to see how it goes. The formation lap will shortly be starting. And so far, no drivers have managed to get themselves in trouble, which is always good news. Although I feel like I've probably just spoken too soon. Here we go. Pimis has arrived.
Pimis is here. Hello,
now the problem
Pimis.
was he was told not to join unless it was still during Q3.
Well, we're not still during Q3, so
there's a chance the lobby will break slightly. Depends. We'll see. Won't fully break, but it'll be all funny and he'll have to quit. I think he's about to be told by Sadistic King to leave the lobby now. I know. Let me know when your strat and setup is done. Guess they're giving him the benefit of the doubt. We'll see where it goes. Hopefully no problems. Makes it quite hard to commentate when the entire interval board is broken and everyone's ghosted.
yeah.
And the order's mixed up anyway.
Yeah, we've got quite a mixed up grid. So yeah.
I don't know. Who do you think is going to get the win here?
Qualifying would suggest Alex, but I see shenanigans happening in the race. We got Tim coming sort of back up through the field.
I think
if he's on mediums, like I have a feeling he will be, he'll be on a different strategy to pretty much everyone else potentially. So it'll be an interesting.
Him and Dragon
combo.
both. So. And actually, yeah, Dragon third in the championship. Alex leading. I think this might be the break that Alex gets to kind of secure in his championship more. You've got this round, and then we've got 3 more after. USA, Monaco, and the wonderful Silverstone finishing it off. So we'll see how it goes.
I think the only thing still Silverstone's missing is a hill. It's a very flat track.
Oh, the hairpins there. Got a bit of hill to it.
Yeah, I guess. Where is it? Stowe is a bit of a hill up to it.
Oh, Silverstone. I'm an idiot. Sorry, my brain did Monaco.
Oh, yeah. Monaco's got a massive hill.
Yeah, that's why I was questioning your sanity, but in reality, it was I that was the fool all along.
Not you. You're meant to be the sane one.
Fell into a French river. Haven't been sane since.
Oh.
So here we go.
Laugh at that.
Formation lap starting underway.
Very smoky getaway for Alex there. On the formation lap.
So we've got 3 guys on the hard tyres. Pimis did not make it in time, it seems. So he will not be racing. We will be having just 18 cars. 3 drivers on hard compounds. 5 on the mediums. And the top 10 all on softs, so that's all I was able to get through. There we go then. Yeah, I think I'd have to put the win on Alex if I were to say now.
DC is interesting. I can see him challenging. If I remember rightly, early part of last week's race he was up there, sort of pushing. Who was he pushing? It was Giroux.
Yeah, no, DC's wiggled his way up to 2nd in the championship. Actually, a good result here. Good to see him in the lead. So, yeah, these two.
He'll be hoping to sort of get DC into turn 1 and then hope for shenanigans behind.
Hello. I don't recognise that name. Or do I? Maybe.
Which name?
Steed Gen. Saying it wrong, as always. I can't say any name correctly. Here
it's
we
not
go.
Steven from last race, is it?
Possibly, actually. Now you say that.
Oh, I know exactly who that is.
Are they of CRL or are they of elsewhere?
They are of another league. Several
Right,
other
here we
leagues,
go.
but yeah.
Oh, yeah. I recognise that man. So here we go.
Flag lights are on. And the lights are out here in Hungary as...
the grid order is completely broken.
Sadistic King, I'm being shown, is up in first. That's wrong.
He is in about 4th.
He's made it up to 4th. I'm being shown 3 cars in front of him, ghosted.
Once everyone's... We're already trying to hold it around the outside. Once they'll make it to the end of the first sector, this will be fixed. No, Alex just fending off DC.
Dropping some debris, I believe.
And Daru going a bit wide there.
Yep.
Golden Noob and Dragon side by side. Tim already gained 1 position. the order is now correct.
Little Juan, the big gainer, gaining 4 places, now up to 6th. With our top 3 remaining the same.
Carl looking for a move on Daru here. Decides better of it, although Daru goes deep, he might be able to have him into the penultimate corner. Carl looking up the inside.
I think the better of the lunge. He's got a racing point, which potentially challenging him as well. That's the racing point of Tim, starting to push his way up the field. Already made 2 places, so looking to push through.
There's a little one past Captain Nick.
As that's
Captain Nick
Tim
looks the cut
making a move, not quite making it stick.
I'm looking at the Serrano sandwich up front. The little one. Well, actually, to be fair,
What's the Serrano sandwich?
Oh, that man may get a warning for that one. This one now pulling away from Captain Nick.
Yeah. Sadistic King starting to pull. Well, Sadistic King has pulled out as well. Kyle now ahead of Daru. Not sure if you call that, but yeah.
Not a mistake there by Captain Nick and by Daru.
I think Sadistic King has an issue with his car. I saw something fly off a Renault. Yeah, by the looks of it, Sadistic King has front wing damage. So
Tim already up 3 places. Sorry to interrupt. Goes to move the inside of Captain Nick. Not quite enough room there. Forced to back out to avoid spinning.
Yeah, Captain Nick's front wing damage there really costing him. Kyle's already pulled a second, and he's only been ahead for a handful of corners. As Tim now
there we go.
Gets past. If I was Captain Nick, I'd stop it. I'd be in next lap. He needs that front wing off.
What tyres is he on? He's on the softs. Maybe he's trying to hold out long enough to take the hards to the end. Possibly he's waiting for a safety car.
Possibly, as I've got Tim going purple in sector 1. So yeah.
Daru now lining up Captain Nick, building up a train behind him. Godly noob, it seems took a spin somewhere. Didn't see that happen. 20 seconds back. Oh, Captain Nick gets rear-ended. That might cost Daru. Kept his front wing. Clerpiard closed the gap a bit. This Clerpiard goes very wide.
Yeah, very wide indeed. The McLaren having a
look at that, no.
Daru.
Dragon up the inside of the McLaren. Not to hold it. Clerpiard using his soft.
Looks certainly close enough for the straight. They now have DRS this lap, so should be a fairly simple pass for Daru, but he's got to be careful of the 4 cars behind now, as Big Balls sort of cottons on to the back of that group.
There we go, Clerpiard looking for move at the inside of Captain Nick now as well. Another man past him.
Is that Ferrari? That's Tobes in the wall. Is that Tobes out?
It's not out, but that's Tobes heavily down. That's Godly Noob with the fastest lap. That is a right end plate.
Godly Noob is pit very early.
Oh, you're right, he did pit.
It's an interesting strategy.
Let's see how that goes for him.
We've got Dragon on speed and Big Balls fairly close behind Captain Nick now, sort of holding each other out. Dragon on speed has a big moment coming into the 3rd sector as Big Balls gets past relatively easily there. Dragon trying to fight his way back around the outside.
Dragon with tire advantage.
Quite keep his car there. Is Big Balls on the hard tyres?
Yes.
Fair play to him.
Yes. Yeah, actually looks like there's still a battle between the top 3 up front. I'll quickly jump on board the KXI, see what he's doing to DC. Not quite close enough. Certainly breathing down his neck. Sorry, jumping back to Big Balls at the inside.
He picks up KXI, picks up a 3-second time penalty.
Big Balls and his hard tyres
warnings.
just got past another man, although it was Captain Nick with his damaged front wing. Dragon following straight through him. Surely. Ooh, KXI making himself 3 seconds.
Stretchy tyres, but Captain Nick has to pit now, surely. It's gotten to the point where it's hurting potentially too much.
Yeah, he's now 14 seconds down from the leader. I'm not sure how much he was before, but I don't think it was that much.
We've got Tobes in the pit. I believe that's to repair damage.
Yeah, we did see him in the wall.
Doesn't look like a retirement. No.
Tim, interestingly, on the mediums has worked his way up to 6th position, and that may be about to turn to 5th.
Tim, as he gets past Little One there.
Yep, that's 5th.
That's P5 for Tim. He's had a very good opening few laps, really sort of battling his way through the field.
Now up 6 positions. I believe he's currently the biggest gainer. Yep. Oh, actually, Carl also up 6 positions after not being allowed to qualify.
And after getting past Little One, he's right on the back of Sadistic King coming into the chicane in the 2nd sector with a slight lock up from him there.
Yeah, force Sadistic King a little bit deep. The camera angles in this game, we use the action cam or whatever it's called, are so variable. Oh, Captain Nick with a spin.
As
same
Tim
place as
is now
Tobes.
alongside. Captain Nick's, has he pit yet or not? Or was that all from?
He has
I think
pit.
He has given it.
But
yeah,
no, I
given
think
his
he might
position.
have spun out the exit of turn 1 after pitting on the hard tyres. Not too sure.
Now looking for a move into turn 1. Can he make this one stick? Yep, and he gets past the Renault in the same way he got past the McLaren a lap previous. Really is a man on a charge here, as he's now in the top 4.
Bit of contact to him.
It's now up into 2nd rather. That's one we've missed.
Or maybe a mistake by DC. KXI having got his penalty earlier, I assume that is just 3 seconds for him. Yes.
Yeah. It's a yellow in sector 2. Oh, the safety car's been brought out.
Kyle, yep. Turn 4 got him. Turn 4 claiming another man.
Carl out. Just see if I can see his car on board. We got it. Yeah, he's in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
I think he's lost he's lost his sort of back end, and it's gone. It has gone into a wall because he's missing tyres. But yeah, not a great race for Carl.
Tell you what, Tobes quite lucky from this. Nearly a lap down. That gap's all going to vanish.
Captain Nick as well, someone he's just come into the pits. So he's got I believe he's got the freshest rubber out of anyone.
Yeah, and Pheasant Plucker as well, also. Yeah, Tim cruising past all the people on the soft suit pitted. Happily on his mediums.
Now, that's Tim. I know he's made all those overtakes in the pits. But he's now in the lead after being knocked out in sort of Q2. He was knocked out in Q2.
Yeah.
That's a solid drive in the opening few laps from him. I mean, he got himself up to 4th on merit, but yeah, jumped the top 3 in their stops.
Some of the camera angles you get from the action cam are really nice to see, and others are absolute garbage. And it's complete luck of the draw. I wish there was slightly better control over it. Or you should custom program your own. It's a small chance you can. But Not that I'm aware of.
More likely on PC than PlayStation.
Or that Codemasters hides behind some £1,000 paywall for organisations running actual events. There we go, I think we have. Go ahead.
Yeah. We've got big balls on the hard tyres. Going to be interesting to see what he can do. I think his plan's more to sort of defend, sort of stay where he is. Keep
Error
everyone else
Voice has
behind
just
him, maybe.
pitted, sorry to interrupt. And Tobes has just got himself a 3-second penalty for corner gutting.
No, Tobes still in the last sector.
I think he's pushing a bit too hard to catch up, because that 3 seconds is going to cost him big now. And realistically, he should have avoided that under safety car.
Yeah. Has he pit again? Because his gap wasn't... How big was his gap before?
Stops just one. I think he may have... Did he spin as well as pitting? I'm not sure. Because remember, he was nearly an entire lap down. That's more than just a pit stop. He must have had a spin somewhere. Oh no, remember, he span, lost a front wing, and then pitted.
Ah, yeah. Not far off the pack now.
Yeah, headphones fell out. But Tobe's caught up the pack now. There we go, safety car in this lap. So now, can Tim hold out on those mediums? I don't know where he's going to pit. Well, I assume Alex is going to the end on those hards.
You would think so.
So I guess Tim's going to go like medium would be my best bet. Perhaps medium soft.
If he can stretch them, or if he could, well, ideally he stretches his mediums, but he has done a lot of racing on them, so even this first start. But we are back racing now.
Sadistic King sent it straight up the inside of Real DC.
Real DC, I think, keeping his position there. Yeah, he's able to hold on to that. He does have Sadistic King right behind him though. Who further has the McLaren of Little Juan. Very close to him. Captain Nick picks himself up 3 seconds worth of time penalties.
Ooh, both Sadistic King and Little One.
An Alfa Romeo jumping the chicane there. Not too sure what happened. So, I think on track wise, battle for 6th is the closest.
To be fair, the battle for second, everyone's within a second all the way down to 16th position. So, but there we go. An overtake for 12th position. Can Goldenoob hold it? Seems he can. Oh, and actually someone else following through on Joe Williams, having gone wide. And leaving the door too open.
Captain Nick's probably looking for, is he looking for a move into turn 4, or is he going to get it done before? He kind of holds it around the outside. Kind of.
Man just didn't go over the white line, so avoids that.
I think he's slightly backed out. Dragon on speed now with as he's getting past Big Balls.
Ooh, Big Ball's breaking
Big
lace.
Balls holds his
bad
position
man.
there.
He had to have some pretty big balls for that move. I'm making some really rubbish jokes today. Yeah, Tim's doing exactly what he needs to do here. He's letting the others fight, he's pulling away on his tyres, waiting for his pit stop.
He's gained 3 seconds. We started racing again, what, lap 10, so he's just started the second lap back. He's pulled 3 seconds on them. I think this is starting to play into his hands.
Ooh, might have been a contact between Statistic King and Little One. I think Little One... Did he let him through? Certainly not if he's pulling that move. Ooh, all sorts going on back here. Statistic King went slow. Carl couldn't get past. Daru went past because he was going slow. Too wide through turn 4.
Kyle's gone round the outside of turn 4.
And someone's just had their front wing punched off.
Something tells me that was also Kyle. The yellow flag, that's the Ferrari of Pheasant Plucker.
Yeah, oh, is that someone else?
Just round, I believe. Yeah, he's lost half of his front wing.
Wait, Golly Noob or Kyle?
Pheasant spun it in the start of the second sector, going through turn 5.
Yeah, Golly Noob had his end plate knocked off. Didn't catch who by him. Well, I did, but I didn't pay attention to who it was.
Ah, right.
So anyone being attentive would have seen.
Big Ball's doing a good job of keeping Dragon behind him so far. Yeah, pardon me. Yeah. Yeah, some really good defensive driving so far from Big Balls.
Although...
however, Dragon on speed, that's a very late move. I think he's made it stick.
He's made it. Wasn't too argy-bargy, didn't kill the man.
He didn't kill him. It was a very brave move, though. I think we can agree on that.
And of course, Dragon did have tyre advantage. Although he's going to lose that fairly soon.
Yeah.
That is a Williams, and that is Daru.
That's Daru. Daru with a puncture as well there to add to his woes.
Does he?
Yeah.
Which tyre?
Well, it looked like a puncture. I'm trying to...
His tyres look healthy to me.
I believe it's...
He's almost lost his entire right front wing, but...
Oh, sorry. My apologies. I thought he had a puncture.
Godly Noob also going around for another spin. At that chicane. That leaves him battling with Pheasant Plucker.
Better times as he's now... Well, now he's in a battle with Pheasant.
Kyle, don't know if he held up on the outside or went for a move around the outside of Club PR, but either way, went around the outside. Now there is a 2-second gap between the Little One and KXI.
So that's our biggest gap on track, I think.
Yeah, and actually there's some pretty big gaps as well.
Yeah, towards the back.
King, yeah. So there's a bit of clean air for some drivers in the middle there. So the massive train.
I think Pheasant Plucker and Daru now starting to get in their own little switchback battle through the first sector. Defending the inside there, Pheasant Plucker. As Godly goes around the outside, almost collecting his front wing.
Now bear in mind, they are battling for 1 point here, so they probably don't mind being slightly more aggressive and just enjoying the racing. Of course, there's also very much possible that after so many crashes they are slightly angered. Mistake there by Pheasant Plucker drops him back. Suspect to assume he had a DRS range, although gains a bit of time somewhere.
Godly Noob running fairly wide there.
And hop on board with Error Voice as he looks to go inside of Captain Nick, decides better, right on his tail.
Is he close? I don't think he's close enough for a move into turn 4 there, no. Annoyingly, the middle sector very difficult to overtake through.
Oh, Pheasant Buckle managed to get back past Golly Noob.
I think those two are going to have a nice little battle, sort of all race
Yeah.
long.
Not sure if they're going to party together, but if I was in that situation, I'd just kind of agree. Hey, do you want to have a fun fight unless it's a safety car?
Yeah. Yeah. When you're a certain distance, they're 30 seconds off of Tobes in front. Their best hope is a safety car.
Well, they do have to worry about DeVries behind.
But,
So.
yeah, people who'd profit from a safety car, probably Tim, with his giving him a chance
tyres.
to get onto maybe another set of mediums at this stage.
Yeah, I think that's what I'd go for.
There's a yellow flag in sector 1.
That is a Renault. That is Sadistic King.
Is he?
I don't know what he's doing.
He's letting people.
He's not letting anyone through anymore. Yeah, I was going to say he's being unnecessarily polite.
Well, yeah.
Drew gets the fastest lap.
I assume that. Oh no, Drew had a little. Yeah, he will be on fresh tyres, won't he?
Yeah, you can see one lap old mediums.
Big Balls has done very well on those hards to sort of stay in touch with Dragon, sort of hovering around the DRS range.
Air Voice, considering trying to get up the inside of Captain Nick, decides to go. Nearly goes into the wall at turn 1. Manages to catch the car.
Just looking down the time tower, Sadistic King now pulls into the pits. If that's I would probably suggest not retiring, given given how close the pack is, I can see maybe another safety car.
Yeah, the man's not retired.
Yeah, no, good on him for sticking with the race.
I like the fact he is the lobby host, so.
Oh yeah, that wouldn't be ideal if he. Yeah.
Trying to see if we can find any battles. There's a few nearly battles in the top 10. I think all just out of range of each other.
You say that, Claire PR and Kyle side by side through 3. Kyle potentially looking for no, not looking. Follows him right on his gearbox through turn 4 though. So they go through 5 through the processional middle sector. If you haven't noticed, I'm not a fan of the middle sector here. Jay Williams is Red Bull going rather wide there, and that's Kyle's round. Kyle's spun. I believe he's lost his back end there. Yeah, drops down to 13th.
Oof, that's a drop. Tim into the pit lane. Now, where is he going to come?
As well as Dragon on speed, interestingly.
I think he was the other man on old mediums. So.
Tim now just getting out as he's gone onto the hards. That's surprising. He could have done mediums.
16 laps remaining. Yeah, didn't he take his original mediums further than that?
he took his original mediums 18, 19 laps.
To be fair, Dragon did the same thing as well.
Not what I would have done, but fair play. Big Ball's now the de facto leader.
Under threat from Alex, who's probably in a better situation. I think Big Ball's still on the tyres he started with.
Yeah, Big Ball's on what seem to be 19 lap old hards. Meanwhile, Alex on tyres that are 10 laps old. Forgive me.
Yeah. Not got as good an exit, but Tim, he's going to start picking them off. There we go, the inside of Captain Nick around the last corner. That's not a move I was expecting to see tonight.
Oh,
Ooh, my
that's a
goodness.
safety car.
That was a crash and a half.
That was odd. It looked
Did
like
you catch that?
I just gotten onto it. I flicked onto it as I think there was contact between Tim and Captain
It was Tim
Nick.
and Captain Nick. No, I was on board with Tim, and I looked backwards, I saw him catch him. And his car did a mighty odd move through the air.
Yeah, I caught him in broadcast. He hit the. I'm so very surprised that wasn't a safety car.
Wait, yeah, no, they're green already.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Slightly disappointed in Codemasters there, because that would have brought Tim right up to the pack.
To be fair, there's a somewhat of a high chance that he's going to get a hefty penalty for that.
Yeah. Yeah, but the on-track racing would have been fun.
It would be a very fun POV, but I'm sure it would be annoying race-wise.
Closest gap on track at the moment, KXI and Real DC. I believe he's the only man with DRS. No, Alex has DRS, I think, or had. So on the run down to turn 2. So just a bit too far off to think about making a move at the moment. Gap down, was down to half a second out in front. Error Voice is back. The yellow in sector 1, I believe that's Tobes.
Yeah, Tobes.
After coming out of the pits as well, by the look of it. Given that he's on 0 lap old mediums. He can't be enjoying this race.
Nah, I think this track not his cup of tea.
Not been the best race overall.
Well, no, some drivers are doing well.
No, I'm more meant for Tobes. I mean, we look at drivers like, I mean, apart from the major crash he caused, Tim has had a brilliant race. I think we can say his gap's very much closed quickly. He's now 0.6 off of PR, as KXI is half a second back from Real DC.
Pheasant Plucker. Not quite able to get the move done. Error Voice parks on the apex perfectly. Okay, the interval between the top three is just broken for me. I can see they're not that close on the track.
Apparently there is no gap.
There is no... 3 cars perfectly side by side.
Up in the podium positions. Again, second time in a row.
No, actually, interestingly enough, you know how Captain Nick was heavily killed into the wall?
Yeah.
What do you remember last week? He pulled the same trick on someone else. Accidentally, of course.
Yeah.
But, there we go. Tim, pass Clapier.
up into P6 now, as Kyle is awarded a 3-second time penalty. Only drops in one place at the moment. Sadistic King also receiving a 3-second time penalty. KXI sort of dropped back from Real DC now, I think. 8/10's the gap.
Dragging on Kyle though. Ooh, Kyle having a little moment there. Kept it out the walls, somehow kept it on the track. His tyres won't be happy, and now doing a bit of a long line.
Green.
Why is he not going back to the track sooner?
He seems to be going between. His gears are all over the shop.
No.
If you look at Kyle, are we on board with Kyle at the moment on stream?
I was for that bit.
Because I advise doing it and turning his telemetry on, because his gearbox, I have no idea what it's doing at the moment.
Oh, have you got the glitch where it's constantly max revs?
Yeah, he's going between, well, third and fourth profusely.
It's working on the stream. I always have telemetry on my stream, and it's working fine. But I have seen that problem in the past. I'm just kind of trying to avoid those cars.
Where's closest on track? Battle for...
I'm more the battle for 11th.
11th, potentially. Looks like we've got 2 cars involved in that.
Actually, also it's like KXI refusing to be fully dropped by DC.
Jay Williams picked himself up a 3-second time penalty.
Nope, golly noob. Saving his car there.
Out in front, leaders all separated by, I think, 4 seconds between the top 3.
You can't count.
4 seconds between the top 4. That's
yeah, 4.2. Dragon doing a weaving. I don't know if you're trying to signal to his teammate you can go through. But Dragon should be the quicker one on his current tyres.
Yeah, Tim now on the back of his teammate, KXI.
He's closed the gap himself down to Real DC. Oh, KXI doing a bit of lawn mowing. See what happens here. Ooh. Suspect we're seeing overtake down the main straight by Tim. Oh, that man's ERS is not as healthy.
No, but he does have DRS.
As does KXI. Although KXI is not using it.
That's very clear sort of team orders between them there.
Quite possibly, yeah. Bit of lock up there by Tim. We'll watch him as he hunts down Real DC.
Yeah, only 6/10 away. Not far up the road. Could be looking at an on-track win. Depends how big of a penalty he sort of. I think it's inevitable. He will get a penalty.
Such blatant. To be fair, he nudged him. I think he did just leave enough room, but the word "just" does mean just, and because of that, there's a high chance the stewards will decide that not really enough. here we go. Tim going for move on DC. Looks like he has gone through.
Yeah. Tim now.
Yeah,
he's
already
pulled
pulling away.
He's pulled half a second on him already. I think so. Tim's the man to ride with for the remainder. So sorry, I keep yawning, and I don't know why. But yeah, so Tim, he's now within DRS of Little One. So he's closed that gap up very quickly. Gap now 4/10. KXI and Real DC keeping their battle semi-alive. Potentially looking to use the DRS to get past. Tim opens up his rear wing. Probably looking, he pulls out alongside, passed through into turn 1.
Very nicely done, that overtake.
Very nicely done.
KXI not quite able to get past DC.
No, not quite yet. Their battle all race has been very entertaining.
Well, it's been all race. So.
It has all 28 laps so far, and I don't see it ending over the next few. I see it continuing all race long.
Yeah, there we go. Tim almost already pulled out an entire second over the Little One. Now I'm looking to hunt down Alex. Now, interestingly, Big Balls is yet to pit. How he's out in first is beyond me. His tyres probably want to explode.
I think what he's been able to do very well is... Oh, as there's a yellow in Sector 2, I believe that's Kyle off again.
Yeah, and Big Balls into the pit lane, I should point out. Hopefully going onto the soft.
Ah, shit. I'd be surprised if he's not at this late stage. Sort of about how far he drops.
Now, KXI looking to get past DC. Too far back.
So, Carl's spinning again. Up in Sector 2? Yeah, I think so.
It's gone round again. Yeah, once the tyres go once, they just keep going.
Still very much in the points though.
Pheasant Plucker and Error Voice both go into the pit lane. Right now, Big Balls is probably in contention for fastest lap.
How much of a gap has he got around him? Yeah, he's got space.
He's got a blue flagged car ahead of him, but he'll be ghosted, so that's actually just a bit of free DRS.
Yeah.
Something. I think I'd say he's a confident enough driver to just go through the ghosted car. They'll usually move out the way anyway. Is that Kyle Span again in the last sector?
Yeah.
Seeing go to the pit lane. Now.
Virtual safety car has been deployed.
Can we see a reason for that?
I can't.
No.
I can't see anyone.
Oh, by the way, Tim's in second. Didn't see that happen, but he's in second.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim made the jump up second when Big Balls pitted.
I really want to see Captain Nick's POV for this crash. I'm rewatching it in slow motion, and it is utterly spectacular from the point of view we got. Yeah, there we go. Tim now down to half a second to the lead.
Crash.
He's got to the full.
Gains under the VSC there. Probably looking at a move into turn 1.
Maybe even before then. I mean, he'll know at this point that he's going to get, I'd guess, at least 5 seconds. Penalties,
Yeah,
maybe 10.
He's got time. I mean, if we remember from before, and I mean, looking at his progress here, I think he'll be able to pull a gap I don't know if it'll be enough to maintain a win. I think it may be enough to maintain a podium. There's a yellow in sector 2. I believe that's
Godly noob
off again.
Alright, and Big Ball's round the outside of Dragon on the penultimate corner.
You said it before, but it takes big balls to make a move like that.
He did have the tyre advantage, you know, fresh, soft tyres, about as good as it's going to get.
Yeah,
but my goodness.
It's still a longer, high-speed corner.
Especially on tyres you may not yet have adjusted to. Got to give the man credit where it's due. Now Tim's still not past Alex. Now the thing is, Alex may not know that the incident was caused by Tim, so Alex is defending for it all he can. From his point of view...
That's the smart thing to do.
I mean, yeah, it's what he should do anyway. He's got the right to.
Well, and also you don't want to risk him maybe having an extra lap to pull a gap on you to steal a win.
Ooh, yeah.
He looks... Tim has a look up his inside. Nothing more, really.
Right, he needs a good exit here. That felt a decent exit.
That looks good.
It's actually slightly worse than Alex's. But overspeed he has now.
Alex was able to defend last time. He was able to keep it
on
his last time. Oh, moment for Tim. Keeping Alex in front.
Oh my goodness. Side
Tim
by
very
side.
much alongside.
No, Alex squeezing him off. Don't stick your nose up here, you don't want to crash now.
Aggressive defending, I wouldn't say he squeezed him off.
Yeah, no, like he had the right to squeeze him off, but yeah, he pincered him, forcing him to not accelerate more. Oh, did I just see a driver? No, I just saw a driver go over a curb. It looks like the little ones in the battle when you look at the trap mag, but he's just trying to lap. It's like godly noob.
You got a similar situation with KXI.
Well, no, that man's actually in a battle.
Is he? Oh yeah, we're Real DC. Sorry, I've confused Real DC and Arrow Voice.
That battle's still going.
In a battle? But both Alpha Tauri cars are in battles.
Yeah, and one of them has just got a move. I think that was around the outside of turn 2, was it? What the heck?
In pull for the lead. Is Alex close enough? Not Alex, Tim. He's halfway alongside. That's Tim. That's Alex. Names. That's Alex who's lost his back end there. That's not.
No, that was Tim.
Was that it? That's a very hefty penalty.
Yeah, he they tapped slightly, and you know when you tap someone and then they nose goes in front of you, and then that causes you to tap them again. It's kind of a slight nudge becomes spin them off the track into the wall, and drop 4 positions.
Yeah, I feel like if Tim maintains his podium, it's going to be a sort of very replicant of an F1 career mode interview.
Yeah. And the thing is, this will knock Alex off the podium.
Alex is off the podium, unless he can
get within...
Real DC.
Well, no, of course, KXI had 3 seconds of penalties. If he can get within that 3 seconds of penalties, plus the however many Tim's going to get for
Tim's going to get a lot.
Multiple counts of murder, then...
Many counts.
Oh, I mean, he played his strategy well. The problem was... that is... Who's that spun? That is Drew. Round. Again. Ooh. I hope trying to get it back on track. There is actually a battle going on for P13.
Kyle has Kyle lost it in the penultimate corner? Is Kyle the first victim of the penultimate corner all race long? I think Kyle was.
Didn't actually see him retire, but no, I saw the thing on the map after you mentioned it. Daru also going off.
Daru as well Is that a crash from Daru or?
That is a crash from Daru.
Yep.
Where can I get a good point of view? Here he is. Yep. There we go. So cars are dropping like flies. Now down to just 15 drivers. Getting used to our drivers. Everyone is finishing getting points. Now the question is, how many is each driver going to get? Alex still within that 3 seconds of KXI, but only just. As Big Balls gets at the inside of Club PR. His tyres 21 laps fresher and 2 compounds softer. Don't think Club PR was even that bothered to hold him up. Plus Club PR had a penalty. I think he was just saying, yeah. Let him at Alex. Give him a chance. Now if Alex has to defend, that could be time. I mean, he's not going to get on the podium. Whoever gets P4, I'm tempted to also invite on to post-race interview.
Yeah, I fully understand that.
Most of the drivers are civil enough. I'm yet to have any problems. So yeah, we'll see what they say.
Tobes has collected 20 seconds of in-race penalties.
He has. Tim, not much left to go.
Alex now sort of having to defend from Big Balls.
Now, if Tim gets 10 seconds of penalties, that drops him down to 7th position. If he gets 15, that might still only be 7th position, but if he gets any more than 15, then he'll be in 8th. He won't drop much further.
It depends on Dragon's last sector.
It's hard to drop further back than that, but here we go. Tim crossing the line in first, Lister 1 in second, third place for KXI, but he will drop back couple positions because of his penalties. Puts Alex in 4th, and therefore probably, hopefully, on the podium. So yeah, we'll try and get the top 4.
So
in
currently Tim is victor, just to clarify for any viewers. But we believe the win will be handed to Little Fun.
Yes.
Following penalties
very
to
much
Tim
a provisional win.
Incidents during the race. But that's a second podium in a row for Little One. Following his podium at the soggy circuit at Le Castellet last week.
There we go. Just a couple of drivers left across the line. Right, and I will quickly... what's he called? No, can't spell. Yeah, I've asked them for interviews. I'll see which of them say yes. Letter 1 said yes. So I will, we'll watch the podium, and then I will invite these guys in after we've had a look at the timing board.
Yep. Sounds like a plan.
I think if we do get all 4 people in, it will certainly be the first time we've had 4 people in an interview. But here we go. So the Lister 1, the man who I'd expect to be winning this race. Of course, this is very provisional. Goldie Newbred on the fastest lap, so no points will be awarded for that. So Sister King just 300ths behind. You can see 3 or 4 laps behind for Daru and Carl as they crashed right near the end. Tobes finishing a lap down. Everyone else on the leading lap. And a few earlier DNFs, but here we go. This is our ball.
Who would you say as your driver of the day, just as a quick note?
The little one. I mean, the man just kind of existed up front. I mean,
he after that safety car, I can't disagree with you. He stayed with that group, and he's there's no better word for it, but he's capitalised.
Yeah, so DC and Little One both saying they're more than up for the interview. We'll see if we can get Tim and Alex in as well. We'll see how that goes.
I will be back in a second. Just give me a minute or two.
Right, so. I will quickly invite the drivers in. So if you guys give me a... Yeah, DC, congratulations on your third position.
Yeah. Didn't think it was going to happen. Saw Alex ahead, so knew I had to do something. And obviously, incident between him and the team, unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's not like not how I like to be on the podium, but it was a great race. I think all top 6, sort of within 10 seconds of each other, finishing that race. So it was unbelievable.
Ooh. Yeah. Well, I usually don't get 4 people in, but actually, I think there's a fairly high chance that Tim will get a fair few second penalties. So I suspect that you 3 will actually be the 3 on the podium. There was a couple of incidents. He also had an incident with... Who was it?
Sadistic. Was it Sadistic? No.
It was one of the Renaults. It might have been Captain Nick.
Captain Nick. It was Captain Nick.
It's a spectacular crash there as car did. Flat spin mid-air.
I did see on the map, because obviously they were behind me at that point, and I saw obviously Nick retire and then Tim pop up on the position screen, so I wasn't really sure what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's an incident well worth a watch, purely for the dramatics of it.
Yeah, well, were you guys expecting to end up where you were? I found with Juan, you were kind of just up there. I didn't feel like you did anything particularly special. You just pulled a Kimmy and you were at the top most of the race. Yeah, you got definitely second, maybe first.
Yeah, the overtake on me, just spectacular, I think. Just picked your moment very well, and that was it. Just couldn't catch you.
Cheers, boys. I was unbelievably frightened of Tim coming back through the field because I knew he had to do a stop later on in the race, and then I saw him slowly creep up. I had an eye on him coming through on the mini-map. I saw him slowly creep up, and then he popped up behind me, and I was like, okay, right, I'll let him through on the straight and let him through cleanly. And then he battled Alex, and I've got to say, Alex, that was an unbelievable battle to watch from behind. You did such a great job defending her.
Yeah, cheers. Yeah, no, it was fun.
I think I had a similar strat. I saw him behind me, and I was like, maybe if I just let him past, he'll slow you lot down. But
yeah, no, Tim was rapid at the end there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, Tim, how did you find that race?
Yeah, we had great pace on the mediums and the hards as well. At the end, we came for P11, I think, and I make my way through the field to P2. And then, yeah, I'm so sorry, Alex, for the incident. It wasn't on my, it was on purpose. But I think you had a little bit of oversteer, but I can't see it. I was way other things in my mind. But the safety car on lap 7, that really was bad for me, because I started on the mediums and I was planning to be going on the hards. but the safety car ruined my strategy. But yeah, the pace on the hards was very good because I pitted very late for the hards, and that helped me with some grip at the end. So I was very fast at the end.
Yeah, and in regards, you had 2 incidents that could potentially penalise. You had that incident with Captain Nick. Yeah, wrong Renault. Captain Nick, and then also you had your one with Alex. Do you reckon you're going to be penalised for either of them?
The first one was on the straight line, on the
Yeah.
start finish, right?
Yeah.
Now I had a bit of oversteer at the end, and he needs to go wide, but I think it's not my fault because he came on the he was on the throttle, but he came on the throttle and he like gets way more oversteer, and then he like spun out, but I don't know what the steward is gonna say about that. So I'm just gonna wait for it, and then I just gonna accept it, of course.
But yeah, no, either way, a great drive by all 4 of you. Actually, none of you
good to
guys
have
got any
battles like that
penalties.
this time.
I think you guys and Dragon were the only guys clear from penalties.
Yeah, I had 2 warnings. I got a warning on the second last lap, and honestly, I was KXI breathing right up my rear as well. Just every time going through that left-hander, I think just clenched, and that was it. But yeah, managed to. I was hoping one of you front lot would get one, but it wasn't to be, was it?
I think I finished on just the 1 warning. I did an overtake on no, not Captain Nick, Sadistic King around the outside of turn 2, which then gave me the inside of turn 3, and he lost a bit of pace there. And then coming on the entry to turn 4, I ran it too far wide on the right hand side and got a penalty. I got a warning there, and that was literally the only thing that I got the entire race.
Yeah. That puts my mind at ease a little bit then.
Right, yeah, congrats guys. At least 3 of you are going to be on the podium. Well, no, only 3 of you are on the podium. Not too sure which way the steward's going to go on the incidents. Haven't seen them. It could be interpreted either way, so I guess that's going to be... We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to just wait.
Well done, boys. Great drive.
Yeah,
Well done.
Well done,
No,
lads.
good
Well
fun.
done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cheers,
Yeah,
guys.
see you guys next week. USA, I
Take care,
think.
everyone. Yeah. Cool. Take care, boys.
Oh, cheers,
See you
guys.
later, lads. See you later.
Right, there we go. Yeah, as Tim said with the 2 incidents, both of them were only just kind of debatably his fault. I mean, he created the opportunity, but whether or not he could be considered to cause them, up to the stewards to
I
decide.
think the other thing we have to consider is they were very political answers. He was very much, no, it wasn't me. I mean,
Well,
I know I called.
Right.
It looked like on the overtake for the lead, it did look like Alex lost his back end.
Yeah,
but I think it very much depends on the angle with that one. And like I say, we were
Yeah,
late
we'll
to
see. We'll see the POVs.
crash. So yeah.
I'm really not too sure what's going to go down. I'll make sure to announce who the winner was at the end of the next race. Explain where Alex has ended up. Sorry, explain where Tim's ended up. But yeah, I guess we'll see. But yeah, that is goodbye from us until next week, where we will be racing at USA. Just 3 rounds left of the season, so we'll see how that goes. But I think
should be an interesting sort of battle towards the end.
yeah. But actually, interesting thing, DC finished above Alex, so that championship gap was 29 points. Depending on if they finish 3rd and 4th or 2nd and 3rd, will either close 5. Actually, no, it'll close 5 points either way. So it'll drop down to a 24-point gap. So we'll see how that goes. 24 points is, just P4 and fastest lap with the format we've got.
Yeah.
So
So very close with not a lot of races left, but it's going to be an interesting fight. So yeah.
I think the last few seasons have all come down to like within 1 point, or like whoever had won the most races. So certainly seems like we're heading in that direction at the moment. DC seems to be the stronger at the moment. I thought Alex was going to have a good one this race. Of course, that incident. We'll find out which way they put
really
him.
cost him.
Yeah. So we'll see what is decided. I'll make sure to let you guys know. But from us, goodbye until next week, and thank you for watching.